Good morning, everybody. How's it going? It's been a while, it's been busy, it's been grand, it's been rough. Lots of stuff going on here, as usual. Promise you, I don't think I've ever had a break because I've always got something going on. It's a brisk spring morning in South Africa. A little bit of an update about what's going on. Did some updates to the pond I'm going to show you guys now, and got a early morning. I've got to go out, do some work. I've got to go through to Midrand, I've got to go through to Fourways, and I've got to go through to Alberton. It's an early Sunday morning. Don't feel like working today. It would be wonderful just to spend the day with the family, but you know what, it's money, you can't refuse it. And then my wife has got me gardening and fixing up the garden. Hence the rock injury yesterday. We were loading big rocks because we were going to do some landscaping, and the guy that was helping me lift the rock sort of buckled under the pressure and it fell on my hand. So yeah, fun times. Anywho, enough about that. Let me show you what's going on in the pond. So as you can see, my piggies are all in the back over there, chilling out, eating plants, typical koi. But the water is a lot cleaner. It is a lot cleaner. We had a bit of a problem with the previous filter that I did, so we did some upgrades. So I'd like to show you what we did. So I've got two pumps on the system. The first pump is feeding that water sprout system there. It's got a UV light on it. The secondary pump follows this line through. Now, please excuse the roof liner of the car, into the solids tank. As you can see, this is where all the fish poop collects. I've actually got a blanket just stopping it. I need to actually change that blanket out. As you can see, the steam is still coming off the water, which is pretty awesome. And then from there it feeds through into a second stage. So it comes through here. Then what happens is it filters through this. This has only been running for about a week, and you can already see all the muck that it's taken. This is separated from the other side, and then we've got a lift pump at the back over here. I don't know if you can see it over there. It's basically feeding into a secondary system over here, which basically builds up good bacteria. So in this whole tote, whatever they want to call it, we've got fine rocks, biggest rocks, and then obviously it makes it easier to drain and to clean with the valve there on the side. And then it filters through into the pond. The water quality is a lot better. I actually need to unplug my heaters because we're starting to get into 75 to 90 degrees Fahrenheit weather for those Americans. Yeah, so it's time to unplug the heaters. And then over here is some of the stuff that we've got to plant. So yeah, there's a lot of work coming up. So, geez, I'm going grey. And then I've got another project car. Remember in the last video I said I've got something in the wheel works. Let's just say my wife was not impressed, but she understands. I have a problem, I can't help myself. It's rough. I got it at a good deal. There's a lot of plans. They actually got an engine on order. I'm not going to go into too much detail about what we're going to do, but it's not going to be a BMW engine. You guys are just gonna have to wait and see, but I'd like to show you what the rough version of the car looks like so that you can understand that this is not going to be an easy task. This is going to be a lot of work, but I'm very excited. So we will go to the side of the house and we will have a look at the car. And here it is. And yes, it's a BMW. It's missing a lot of panels, but I have a plan which involves converting it from a normal compact into a E46 front end. Waiting on a door to arrive, but I've stripped the whole interior out because there was a resident rat, so we're actually going to get entirely rid of that. Yeah, at the moment this car needs Jesus, Moses and the 24 elders, but we will sort it out. It's got good bones. What we're going to do is we're going to strip out the wiring harness entirely, take the windows out entirely, well, the back windows and the side windows, and I'm going to go roll cage in this and spray it white inside. Well, first white and then roll cage, and then white the roll cage or whatever color. And we're going to do like a fuel cell, a couple of stuff. Please excuse the bird poop. We had an angry bird here that decided to decorate the car for me. Thank you, Mother Nature. And yeah, this is the stripped out interior. As you can see, I've got E46 front fenders. We're going to do like an M3 bumper on it, and then you can see the back. So it's going to be an interesting little toy, but it's got oodles of potential. But I want to do something different, something that nobody's done. I've spoken to a couple of builders, and when I bounced the concept off of them, they were incredibly excited because nobody in the country's done anything like what I want to do yet. So yeah, that's pretty much that. Yes, I was almost in divorce court, but I've got a good wife. So she's accepted it now, so yeah, I'm excited for this. So yeah, I've got one of my customers' fridges. We actually replaced the entire back plate of the unit because it had rust all over here. And the problem is you've got copper piping, which is the evaporator. So if you try and cut it out, you damage the copper piping. So we treated the rust and cut and fitted a plate, did some silicone work. Got to finish this trim off here at the top, let it dry properly, and we're going to give this fridge a proper clean for the customer. I've just been so busy, I haven't even had time to tidy up. I worked until about 8 o'clock last night. I can't complain, but yeah, I wish I just could manage my time a bit better. I'd like to show you some of the work we've been doing in the garage as well on fridges. So without further ado, here we go. So as you can see, my garage is an absolute mess. This is one of the old fridges that we've been fixing up. You can see the color we've sprayed it. It looks really cool. Milkshake blender of a customer was busy with the chip fryer this week. I've never in my life worked on such a dirty chip fryer. It was never serviced. I rewired it, sorted this out for a customer. Still got to finish this hydro boil. It's not getting hot. I'm gonna have to strip it, descale it, do a couple of things to it. I'm almost done with that. Another fridge, and My tools are a mess, like I told you, I haven't had time. But this fridge is coming out really, really amazing. As you can see, the color is sort of got that 60s sort of Cadillac color. Got all the badges and everything chromed on it. Busy getting the inside assembled. Door gasketing. It looks flippin' amazing. So I hope the customer's going to be happy. I still just need to do the adjustment of the door because it's not sealing properly because the gasket is a little bit on the big side. As you can see, everything's been chromed and it really looks nice. So I'm happy how that came out. A little bit of an update on this beastly over here. So it's going well. I need to get the aircon sorted out because it's really getting hot now to ride. We're gonna flip and die here in summer because already you can feel the weather's changing. I had an accelerator cable snap on me, which was actually quite funny. It was Thursday, and Martha and we were together coming from a job because she was off Wednesday and Thursday, and it was M3, and I thought, okay, let me give this guy a little bit of a shock, and the car took off like a rocket, and it was leaps and bounds ahead. And then all of a sudden I had no acceleration because my accelerator cable snapped. So I looked like a giant turd. So I spent an hour and a half on the side of the road trying to fix an accelerator cable. Luckily I had some stuff lying around in the boot or the trunk. Fixed it. At least I got home, so I've got to sort that. I've got to replace the accelerator cable. But that was quite funny, and my wife is still mocking me about it. But let me tell you something, that dude in the M3 didn't know what hit him. That was awesome. So in today's video, what we're going to do is you guys are going to come with me on a journey to fix fridges, which is not as exciting as it sounds, I promise you. But we've got to sort some stuff out. And enjoy the journey, man. Thanks. Chaps, little update over here. Seeing as though my wife and I are such huge Walking Dead fans, I introduced to you the Walking Dead shelf. So I put this up about 2 nights ago. So we got Mr. Negan and Daryl, Mr. Rick Grimes, and Glenn. And then obviously my wife with her pops. She's got a couple, but there's plenty more to come. Daryl on his bike. And there's some Game of Thrones stuff up there as well. So ladies and gents, we're on our way to a big shopping center. Excuse me, it's one of the biggest in the southern hemisphere. It's called Mall of Africa. I'm actually en route now. I'm taking back roads. Pet peeve in my life is cops, so I'm taking back roads. So just thought I'd show you guys a little bit of what Midrand looks like. Never really been a fan of Midrand because it's as dry as hell, but the mall is quite impressive, so stay tuned. But before we go to the mall, I'm stopping for some breakfast. I'm gonna stop for some Kauai. It's the breakfast of champions. Haven't had that in a while, so I'm pretty excited. of a front license plate. Now they're checking for fines, so I don't want them to see that I am video logging or whatever. So now I'm just waiting to hear and see if I've got outstanding fines. So we'll see what happens. As you can see, it's a massive roadblock going on. So yeah, so I'm waiting. And we are still waiting. I just phoned Martha now. She says as far as she knows there's no outstanding fines. But who knows with these guys? But the bribery and corruption in our country is on a different level. It's a pity because it's such a beautiful country and it's got so much to offer, but is corrupt to the core. Got somebody coming now. So I'm just waiting to hear what he has to say. What was that, sir?
Come again?
What was that fine for, the 125?
For speeding, it's a camera fine.
Have you got that recorded and do you know what the speed was?
I don't know where speed was, but if you are using the M1,
Yes,
the
sir.
N1,
Yeah,
the freeways,
yeah.
there must be. Woodmead, Smith, Smith as you go up at
Okay.
Dragontein.
Yes.
The speed limit there is 80.
Oh, I
Then
see.
Woodmead, the speed,
Yeah.
speed limit there is 80.
Okay,
Then here, the speed limit, as you pass towards Summerall,
okay.
the speed limit there is 100.
Okay,
Thank you, man.
okay, take care.
Yeah, happy Sunday.
You too, my brother. Cheers.
Just gonna move forward.
I will, thanks. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Mall of Africa. It is absolutely ginormous. It is huge inside. So yes, we do have big shopping centers in South Africa. We do not have lions roaming amongst us. Contrary to popular belief and ignorance, it is not as backwards as what people think. So, busy going in towards the mall now. As you can see, this thing goes on for miles and miles. It's massive. It's even got its own bridge that goes across the highway. Go do some work, but yeah, this is the one of the parking sections. Still quite early in the morning here, so there's not much going on. So as you can see, it's quite a nice looking mall inside. So we're on our way to the food court to go and see what's going on at the fridges. Overview of the food court. Krispy Kremes. Cinnabon. McDonald's. Pizza Hut. Spur, which is like a steakery. Like great food. Food court. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Hey ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good morning, good morning. How's it going?
Awesome.
Do you know what you're doing with that plug there?
Yeah,
Or you're gonna electrocute yourself? Just get this out the way. What's up, Jobs?
How's it,
How's
man?
it? How are you?
I can't complain, man.
Lekker,
Nice to see. Sure,
lekker.
sure,
What's
sure.
up? What's wrong?
Yeah, the problem is this fridge underneath the sound. Sometimes it's gonna run and stop, run and stop.
Okay, so it's like a squeaking noise. It's only
Yeah.
this one, eh? Nothing
Yeah,
else.
It's on this one, the display one.
Okay, I'll sort it out for you, no problem. That's pretty much what I cleaned up out of the system. That's all the crap that was stuck to the radiator causing the fridge to overheat, which caused the bearings to run out on the fan. Everything is sorted now. Now it's job card time. So we're here at Design Quarter. Very swanky restaurant in Fourways. Hello guys. I'm busy working on a bottle cooler. Bottle cooler's iced up. So I've just changed the set points that it can defrost. And I will be back here tomorrow just to make sure that everything is fine with it. This place is awesome. You guys need to check it out. It's called The Rock. The food is amazing. So as you can see from the previous clip, this place in Design Quarter is quite swanky and quite opulent. The thing is if it's iced up to that level, it's pointless me sitting trying to defrost it for hours on end, especially on a Sunday, because it's going to cost them a lot of money. So the best thing to do there is to change the settings on the controller, that the unit cycles off very quickly, and that way the fans will actually defrost the ice. Because obviously I'm all for making money, but I have a conscience and I don't want to rip the customer a new one just because I'm greedy, which I'm not. So now we're on our way to Harvard Cafe at Rand Airport, which is in Alberton. It's another awesome place. Their food is great. I must say I have some very good customers. I'm very blessed, and also just very privileged that they use me to do their work, and I'm grateful for that. I really am. I would say you guys need to try the Rock's food at Design Quarter. Karua Irene Mall, they have the best steaks in Joburg. They are hands down. And their lamb shanks, if you really want to treat your wife or your spouse, you need to pop in there. And then also sort of a nice experience for the family would definitely be Harvard Cafe, Rand Airport, because the kids, there's sort of a nice play area-ish, and also if you are into aeroplanes, you get to see a lot of vintage stuff. Them, I would recommend Karua's food. Their food is amazing, absolutely, and their way of doing things, they really are on top of their game. And then Design Quarter as well, because obviously they cater to the sort of, how can I put this, the higher level of customers. Their food is also really good. So yeah, check it out, try them out. As soon as I'm at the next shop, I will show you guys what I'm doing there. Okay, so I'm trying to speak above the music because they are having, like, I've never seen so many people here. You'd swear it wasn't Corona, but anyway, ice machine, ice thickness sensor was buggering around, sorted it out. The other one, somebody kept fiddling with it, sorted it out, changed controller on the fridge, got it all working, everything's looking good. I'm waiting for the units to drop ice, then I'm going home to relax. Thank you all for tuning in. Please like and subscribe to my channel. I would really appreciate it. I also want to live the millionaire's life. Thank you. Cheers.